Welcome. You're now watching in Spirit Vision. And I'm your host, Spirit. Today I'd like to talk to you about medic presence and how it can affect your team. Now, this doesn't require you to be a medic, but it can help you, using it to your own advantage or disadvantage if you don't want to pay attention to it. So, let me define presence quickly. Presence, in my definition, is being able to be a force on the field, whether you're seen or not. So, even being a medic and being behind everything, it may just be your presence that annoys the enemy and makes your teammates do things you want them to do. So, how can the medic's presence affect your team? Well, effectively, the most common way it affects them is most people become bolder and more willing to push out and do deadly things when it comes to dealing with the enemy, such as a sentry gun. Oh, I've got a medic on me? Let me peek that sentry gun and see if I can't take it. Whereas without a medic on your team, you may not be as willing to go and peek that sentry unless you know it's safe. But that's the big thing, is you have to be that presence. If you just stick by the dispenser and act as a heal bot on top of the dispenser, you're not being a big presence to your team, because that dispenser can heal just as good as you can, plus give ammo. Whereas if you're moving, giving your teammates health, giving them that extra little boost, even if I heal a player for about 3 seconds from their full health total, I've now given that player an effective extra health to work with, which can encourage them to do some crazier things, such as taking hits for me, being a distraction, or overall a meat shield. But I've also given them a big thing such as confidence, or in other words, I've given them the ability to play a little bit more carelessly, but I'm hoping that they do still take care by not wanting to just run and get themselves killed. I hope that they'll still use cover and all that. But it also gives my team the ability to hold forward, such as this. Not the best idea, but I've given multiple people the ability to be a bit more forward. Even your Uber can cause people to finally just march on forward, like, hey, I'm invincible, let me do stuff. And it's that kind of attitude that really helps a player. And to a new player, getting a medic on them is sometimes the best thing in the world. To me, it's like, hey, you've got some extra health. I'm going to give you a chance here to show that you're good, or show that you're learning. If they're not learning, well, I'll still buff them, but I'm not going to stick to them or trust them with the Uber as much. But someone who treats the Uber with respect, protects me, and all that to make my presence on the battlefield more known to the enemy, to be a bigger thorn in their side, I will do it. Like, even a simple sniper is a good target. And to the enemy, I become an annoyance. And I get killed too. If players aren't going to focus me and let me live, I will be the bigger threat. If I don't let them get near me, I'm still going to be an even bigger threat. But if I let my team just ignore me, or I don't help protect myself and let the enemies at me, my presence diminishes greatly. So the point of having a medic on your team is not just for healing. It's the presence of, there's probably an Uber charge, they're gonna have more health, there's going to be something that makes me a bigger threat to all of these people, and they don't want me to exist. A medic who is a presence can do insane things, and they don't need to be seen. And sometimes it just takes that little bit of courage, and you can do some crazy feats. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this little short, and I hope you enjoyed viewing how I see the games through my half-colored blindness. Thank you.